Alrighty, y'all, it's time for another update, post-freeze update. It's mid-March and beautiful day today. Maybe one of the last little cold fronts we're gonna have. And so took advantage and worked out here a couple hours today and figured it was a good time to film so that you can see kind of the difference of what it looked like right after the freeze. Hold on, you guys got to see this. I've been seeing this happen. There's I don't know if it's the same woodpecker, but these woodpeckers have been coming up to all these pruned bananas and like doing something, like they're feeding from that little slit. You see that little slit right there where the banana leaves come out of? I've been seeing that same woodpecker come out and like keep feeding from there. I don't know if they're drinking the water or like eating little critters out in there. Anyways, they've been enjoying the pruned back bananas since I pruned them all back because they were dying. I mean, because the leaves got torched. Anyways, the system has responded after a few weeks since the frost, and you can see the Mexican sunflower coming back and different things coming back. So I kind of just want to do a quick little walkthrough of what I've been calling the first responders on the scene and nature's first responders, with the primary example being Mexican sunflower and other trees. This isn't the Agroforestry fraxinifolius shingle tree. Himalayan cedar, I think I also heard it called. I'm not sure. Pink cedar or something like that. I really did not have any hopes for this tree. From what I read online, it was more of a tropical tree. They used it for, people used it in the Amazon for like shade trees for coffee and different things like that. So this thing came back pretty hardcore, which is pretty cool. I have some more seeds of it, so I'll plant that out in a bit. But yeah, you can see the green to brown ratio is a lot better than it was a few weeks ago. Of course, mulberries are used to the cold, so they're popping up beautifully. I've been doing a lot of work taking down all the torched material and adding it back into the soil and making not new beds, but reinforcing the old beds. And you can see things like the sweet potatoes, the flowers coming back up. They're all over the place. They're coming back up really nicely. Whether I keep them for starts so I can plant out in a better location, or just leave them there for ground cover, up to me. Cassavas are coming back as well. Another cool thing that I've been seeing is a lot of native oak seedlings are starting to pop up everywhere. And it's pretty typical to see them all around Florida because there's acorns, everywhere, squirrels, birds. But they really popped up, or at least I noticed them more when everything died back. So I'm trying to look for one here, and it's just cool. It's cool to see native forest try to re-establish itself, even though I'm not trying I'm not really putting forth effort in that sense, but Mother Nature does her own thing, and I've been seeing oaks pop up all over the place. I'm trying to find one. It's funny. So here's one right here, like right in the middle, right where I would have planted a tree in the middle of this bed. Pretty cool. And I'm sure I'll spot some other ones. But another plant that I'm pretty excited about is this Hong Kong orchid tree, which is a very common landscaping tree here. This is a sterile variety, so it only produces flowers and no seeds. But man, it really boomed after that frost, and it's coming back with vigor. And considering it's so easy to get here, I feel like it's definitely a game changer for a service tree in this system. The moringas also are coming back, another first responder. So all these are what I like to consider like nature's first responders, because they just took that, they died of course, but then they'll just come back with what seems like more vigor than before. When I got these trees, they were like long and lanky and not doing very well, and after the freeze they just like exploded up. This is that Hong Kong orchid. Definitely gonna experiment more with this, because I mean that's pretty cool, the vigor that it came out with. Now that there's a lot more sun, they've took advantage. Citrus trees doing well. These are 2 tangerine trees and they've done well. Thankfully the Sterculia foetida shisha trees are coming back. I didn't have high hopes for them either, because they're more tropical trees, but you know, they're coming back, so excited to not have killed those off completely. But I guess another thing I wanted to show was more beds that I've been preparing. There used to be a huge earleaf acacia here, and now there's not anymore. And now it's surrounding this bed, as well as this bed here that's in the middle. See those big old trunk? Oh, that's earleaf acacia. And that's because I finally got my first chainsaw, which I'm very excited about. It's a steel MS250, 18-inch bar, and it's I've been having too much fun with this bad boy. And there's plenty of random earleaf acacias in the back there, so I've been picking and choosing, and you can see there's some still over here. Earleaf acacias, while they're great service trees, they're not the most amazing service trees. Albizia lebex and moringas and leucaenas, they all resprout a little bit more vigorously. Oh, and carrotwood, of course. Look at this carrotwood. Look at this thing. This thing got killed back by the frost, and then in like a matter of 2 weeks, it just put on this beautiful flush of growth. So the earleaf acacias they've definitely served me well. You can see that big one up there, still alive. But I feel like they're better suited for just taking the whole tree out and then planting more vigorous trees in their place. But over here, you see the bananas coming back, and they're coming back slowly. Still dry. I don't water out here, so. Oh look, this is more of the Hong Kong orchid, but this is from seed. This is the non-sterile version. You can see the leaves are smaller on this one. In Portuguese, I think they call it pata de vaca or something like that, which is like a cow's foot, because it kind of looks like a little hooved foot. And the moringas, again, like I said, are really coming back full force. Papayas are actually coming back, which I was surprising. This is coming back. And again, like I said, things actually died or aren't coming back. This mamey sapote isn't coming back. I haven't seen most, if not all, mango seedlings that are planted from seed, direct seed, all died. The avocados are actually doing pretty well, though, in terms of bouncing back. There's a lot of random avocados that have either, like, I think a lot of avocado seeds are polyembryonic, so there's different shoots that'll come up out of the same seed, and some of these might have been dormant and came up after the frost. So here's another moringa. So you can see a lot more green, mainly because of the Mexican sunflower. And oh, here, I want to show you this too. And this is 2 beautiful service species right next to each other. One being moringa, coming up like it's nobody's business. And right next to it, Lucena, also coming up, enjoying the full sunlight that has happened since the frost. More avocado seedlings like coming up from seeds that I planted a while back. And yeah, there I opened up more windbreak spaces, so hopefully I'll have another layer of protection. Here's more native oaks coming up, like one, another, and that's really cool. I really didn't expect that to happen. And even pretty sure this is carrotwood. So invasive and native trees are coming up, all intermingling with each other, all trying to help each other out and provide the system with life and photosynthesis. So yeah, you can see Mother Nature trying to bounce back and do her thing, and I'm just here facilitating it. And more of the sweet potatoes, all those sweet potatoes that were in the ground, just that didn't get harvested, are coming back now. And this loquat is doing very good. I'm definitely want to put more loquat in the system because they're evergreen and they can take the cold. So again, the mangoes didn't fare so well, unfortunately. The Napier grass is another good example of a first responder. Granted, we're at the compost hole, so obviously it's sucking nutrients from the hole, but still, it's pretty vigorous. And yeah, I guess that's about it. It's greening up out here, and rains are gonna be here before I know it. So just been preparing, and feel like this year coming up is gonna be so much more amazing and more diverse than last year. And silver lining and everything, this frost really helped me dial it in a bit. So just like this little day avocado, this was a grafted avocado that I spent some money on. It's coming up above the graft, which is important. And this was another one that was looking really sad when I put it in, and must have gotten transplant shock and whatnot. But this guy is just like, these shoots are way healthier than what the tree looked like before. So just like this guy's making a comeback, I feel like the whole system in general is gonna make a comeback. And yeah, that's about it. I'll update you guys in a couple weeks and see how this thing develops. Peace.